All right, we're live. Hi, everybody. I hope everyone can hear. So far, so good. Yeah, it's on the right settings. And it's showing the caption. So that, to me, consistently means that you guys can hear me. I don't have to wait for someone to comment, but feel like commenting if you feel like it, if there's an issue and you can't see me on the screen or something. So I wanted to update you. I'm here with Dan. You can't see him, but he's here in studio, obviously. My studio's at home.
Hello.
So we yesterday went to Dedham, which is where the Karen Reed trial is being tried, at the Norfolk Superior Courthouse, correct?
Yeah, the Norfolk County Superior
Courthouse. And that's where the trial's been going on for, 8 weeks or so now. And 2 days ago, so Monday was the last day of witnesses. Tuesday was supposed to be, we were hoping for a quick verdict. And that was the beginning of deliberations, but the judge took a long time to get the instructions right. When she even made a mistake then. We find out today. But anyway, she did that Tuesday, read the instructions, and they had to remove a juror, and that took a long time. And by the time they got to start deliberating on Tuesday, they only had not even 2 hours, I don't think. So they had to come back today, right? Today's the second day. They deliberated most of the day, but during a break in the day, the defense found a very minor mistake with really major impact. And the judge was so condescending and just so mean, and she just didn't give a shit. She's like, this is how we've always... Oh, I did want to bring this up today, actually, before we tell everyone about the rest of our day. The judge was so obnoxiously condescending to the defense. So the defense... The form, first of all, it looked like it came from 1975. It was scanned crooked. It looked like it was typed on a typewriter. And I'm not surprised if it was taken from the fucking archives in town hall or whatever. City, the courthouse. So she's holding the paper up and she's like, so Alan Jackson was like, okay, there's an option for not guilty. And all it said was not guilty of the major charge. And then there are lesser charges below it. So it's kind of the way I see it. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but the way I see it is that you have the main charge, whatever it is. And if she's found not guilty of that, then all of the lesser charges are moot. So they're all by default not guilty. But when you're deciding on the first charge, the major charge, before you get to the lesser ones, there was only an option for not guilty, which could have... No, not guilty, because... Yes, I'm sure of it. Because they only had one option for not guilty, but below it were the lesser charges that only had the option of guilty, no other option of not guilty. So that could be confusing because, okay, if you check not guilty for the main charge, you feel like, oh, well, maybe I have to look at these lesser charges still. When in reality, if you say not guilty for the main charge, the lesser charges go away. They're also not guilty. So the updated form, people were posting it online, should have said, because now they've edited things, and it should have said, not the option for not guilty up at the top, but with the caveat that which designates, or whatever, I don't remember the terms, but it designates the lesser of the below lesser charges also not guilty. So the way Bev handled it was, oh, well, we always do it this way in Massachusetts. She did not listen. She didn't care. She didn't want to hear what Alan had to say. And she was just just very dismissive. And Alan like blew up. And as much as a lawyer can blow up to a judge, he blew up. And she was like, nope, sorry. And he's like, you said you agreed to it yesterday and you like didn't even talk about it. And she's like, no, I didn't say I would agree to it yesterday. I was tired and I wanted to go home. Like, ma'am, you're here to do one job. We don't give a fuck if you're tired. This woman's life is on the line and she might go to prison. So no one here fucking cares that you're fucking tired, ma'am. So anyway, they had to take a break so she could look at it. And it would have a huge implication on, I mean, I'm sure the jury would have asked, like, okay, we have a question, but what if they didn't ask? So anyway, she came back with her fucking tail between her legs and with such a different demeanor. Like, somebody had to say something to her. I don't know who it would be, but she had such a different demeanor and like totally ate crow. Someone shoved the crow down her throat. And she came back and was like, oh my God, we're going to make these changes. We're going to edit this, the form, and we're also going to edit the instructions. I'm going to have the jury come in. Is that everything you want? And then Alan Jackson made sure that the words she was amending to the not guilty option at the top were the correct words. You'll see them if you watch the trial. I couldn't quote it properly, but she did it all. And she, like, something had happened during that break. But I will say, actually, before the break, when Alan blew up at her, Karen, I guess, laughed or smiled. And the judge looks at Karen and was like, excuse me, Miss Reed, do you think this is funny? Like, okay, judge, you want to be the jury too? Because you already have an opinion about Karen Reed and you are clearly not objective. And probably not capable of it, which is frightening. But, right, Dan? Like, it's frightening.
Yeah, it's, I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Yeah, so finally that all got amended. So the jury took the rest of the day with that instruction. They had to come in, they had to listen to it, then they had to go back. They ate lunch, all this stuff. They didn't have a final jury conviction or whatever. They didn't have a final
verdict.
A verdict. Oh my God, I can't even think right now. Yeah, so they did not have a verdict. And so they were done at like 4 because one of them had to leave at 4. So tomorrow we go again. Tomorrow's Thursday. And but I was so pissed at like the antiquated nature. Like, not only is it antiquated in Massachusetts, like through and through, every town, every city, every state, it is so fucking antiquated, and we're just dealing with it. Like, why doesn't anyone change? Like, that form, I swear to God, was typed in like the 80s on a fucking typewriter. Why can't we spend time like streamlining and cleaning everything up to promote efficiency? Because clearly Bev, was tired and didn't bother to check the form because she already thinks Karen's guilty, clearly. So, like, what the fuck? How is this okay? Like, no one wants to do anything about it. They just, she had the wrong form, and then it won't change. So, like, that bothered me. I just wanted to put that out there. It runs deeper than just this fucking form. It runs way deep. And also the fact that Bev, like the corruption that we're seeing, and I have faith will be proven, thankful for Turtle Boy for blowing the lid off. I hope to God, and I keep saying this, like hoping it'll just become a reality, that this really is the beginning of complete change in the Commonwealth, because the way towns operate is even worse. And we're stuck literally in the 18th century. That's the 1700s, the 18th century. We are stuck there when people were fined if they didn't attend town meeting. And now there's no way we're going to fit 18,000 people in a room to vote. We're not going to do it. So, like, that needs to change. The way the court system, clearly the justice system needs some cleaning. Mass State Police, like the fact that Bev said this is how we do it in Massachusetts to someone that's from a progressive state like California, like we're supposed to be progressive, ma'am. Like you're not stuck in the 18th century, literally the 18th century, when the Pilgrims came to fucking America. I mean, Jesus, what? And everyone's just, oh, they go through the motions, and oh, we're all these nice sound bites and pandering, and oh, they're gonna vote for me, and I'm gonna tell them what they want to hear instead of like the hard things to say. Anyway, that really obviously triggered me today. So another reason why I need to go to law school and just like work on changing the Commonwealth. Like I'm on a mission now, and that was the beginning. Like that really bothered me, and that's been a theme through this whole trial. But changing gears, so yesterday, Dan and I went to Dedham, Norfolk County Superior Court, to be part of. It's kind of like just a standout almost. It was, what do you say, 400 people?
Yeah, approximately.
And they have been going every single day of the trial since day one. These people are amazing. They provide lunch for everyone. I mean, they started with a small group, but it grew and it grew and it grew. And they have been steadfast in support of Karen, and it's showing, like it's helping, and it's creating awareness to the Commonwealth and the communities. You know, we went to that standout too, the other standout the other day, and it just, you realize like, okay, you need to create awareness so people know, and this will further promote change in the Commonwealth. So these folks, like, they have been standing out with signs. They quietly, peacefully sit. It's not like a protest. It's like a standout. It's like in support. They hold signs. They sit in lawn chairs. They smile. They're happy. They're very, like, they're not loud. They're nice to the police officers. They're nice to everyone. And they grew and grew and grew, and they form like an aisle of people so Karen can walk down to the courthouse, and everyone's cheering them on and patting them on the back, and they have food and water and Gatorade and kids and dogs, like, and everyone's wearing pink with Free Karen Reed gear and Justice for John O'Keefe. It was just flags, and we met some amazing people, like our new friends. So, I mean, Dan, was it like I didn't know what to expect, but it was amazing. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, it's one of the things that I've never done before, so it was impressive to see everybody that supportive of Karen. They knew exactly where she was coming in the driveway, where they were going to park, but they were so respectful at the same time, and made you feel welcome.
Yeah.
This was only our first time. I mean, we're watching a little bit at home, but that's going above and beyond support. But it was pretty cool to be a part of it.
Yeah. It really was. Yeah, so we got there. What time did we get there? 7:45. And we wanted to get there before 8 because people said, you know, she starts maybe walking down to the courthouse at 8. So there's a church. It's a beautiful church with a gorgeous front lawn. It's kind of sectioned off because they don't want us on the lawn, which I understand. And then there's they have this L-shaped parking lot that connects both streets that are perpendicular, so Karen can come in from either side and walk out from either side and walk down the sidewalk to the courthouse across the street. So we got there right in time. We went exactly where we knew Karen might come out and go to the courthouse, and there were news cameras everywhere, and we got to see her and shake her dad's hand and cheer them on, and everyone was lining the side. There were hundreds of people, and it was so wonderful. And I'm not just doing this because, oh, it's something to do. I'm doing this because it's so important. It is so important that Karen is found not guilty, and it's so important that we learn from this.
Mm-hmm.
This will change everything. It has to. It's not for nothing, right? So, I don't know. So we were there like, this is really happening. And these people are from all sides of the aisle. Like, left, right, middle. Everyone is on the same page here. From all sides, from all walks of life. And it's such a hopeful thing. It's like it's a restoration of faith in humanity, for me at least. And it was so wonderful. So Dan and I were sitting in our lawn chairs. We made some really great friends. We listened to the closing arguments. You know, we were waiting. And eventually they bought lunch for all these people. They bought pizzas, chicken, French fries, and it just lined up. People donated, and we donated, and you know, we ate, and we got pizza and whatever, and we had our own drinks. We also took a couple of things of water. They had water for everyone. So we're sitting with our new friends still, and eating and minding our business, right near the church and these other buildings. Gorgeous area. And everyone's chilling, like sitting on the lawn, and there's like a driveway on the side of us, but there's lawn on either side of the driveway. It's beautiful. And Dan and I are talking to our new friends, eating our pizza. And I hear Dan say, "Oh, hey, look, it's a snatch donkey." And I'm like, "What? Why did you say that?" And he's like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And I'm like, "Oh my God." And I turn to my left, and there she is, Somerset Snatch Donkey. I'm not saying her name because I just can't bring myself to say it on the air. And she's videotaping us. She said she happened to have her phone.
Yeah, she did a double take. I was sitting in the chair. We locked eyes, and she looked at me, and she did a double take. And then somebody waving a flag was, and she like bent down purposely to look under the flag to see if it was actually us. And as soon as the flag went by, she stood up and whipped out her phone and started fucking filming us or taking pictures of us.
I didn't even know she was there. I didn't know what Dan was even doing. And then I'm like, what?
This is what we're trying to show everybody. She's just happened to have her phone on her when she videotaped.
And she's smiling, videotaping us while we're trying to enjoy our lunch. It ruined my fucking lunch.
Well, I called her out right away, and she said, "Oh, I'm filming
filming
everything."
everyone.
There was nobody behind us.
No,
so
we
she
were
wasn't
near a
filming
bush.
anything but me, and trying to eat my pizza
She's
in
smirking,
peace.
look.
And she's smirking, yeah. And
so
I'm like, no, wait, hey.
Yeah.
So I said, she said she was filming and trying to get filming everything, and I'm like, there's no one behind us. And then she realized that she was being a fucking an idiot.
Don't say that.
Sorry. And no, I just can't stand her. And now when she just started filming me for no reason.
Well, but the thing is, like, she had to. Why was she taped? Like, I am amongst hundreds of people. Why do you have to harass me? Like, I was eating lunch. I didn't even know she was there. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
This is the obsession we're trying to make a point.
And
you gotta be kidding
me.
me.
The poor new friends that we made, they saw us like turn, like our complete attitude just shifted because we're so fucking sick of it. And they were like, "What happened? That's full of a reporter. What happened?" And I was like, "You don't even want to I'm sorry. I had to calm down." But like, we're so sick of being harassed. And then she has the nerve to get on Twitter. I didn't watch because I have her blocked, but other people call me and text me and say, "She's trashing you." I'm like, "What? About what? I was eating my lunch." And I told her, the other thing she realized, Dan, is she realized that we didn't give a fuck and we were going to call her out in front of hundreds of people. So she walked away.
Mm-hmm.
because she now realizes we do not give a fuck and we're going to call you out.
Yeah, but you could see her trying to explain who we were to other people.
You could, and a woman's behind her like this. I'm like, who are you,
woman.
ma'am? What the fuck? We're all here to support Karen. Of course, makes everything about Holly McNamara. Oh, I just said the name. Oh, well. It's fine. It's already online. So, I don't know. See, I got upset. She makes me upset. Like, she's scary. She scares me. I'm frightened. I think that's important to put out publicly. And she gets on this Twitter Spaces and calls me a see you next Tuesday. And then, for God knows what reason, and then continues to say she wants to file a harassment order against me. For what? Eating pizza? Like, I did not know you were there. I'm just begging you to leave me and my family alone. And leave everyone alone while you're at it, because we're all sick of it. So I'm putting this out there because in case something happens to me, you'll all know. And I will tell you everything. If something happens to me, it's going to be bad. Like, leave me alone. If you threaten my family, I'm not going to put up with it. So please just leave me alone. Leave Dan alone. Leave everyone alone that we're connected to, please. We want nothing to do with that. So, Dan.
Yeah.
What else do you have to say about it?
Nothing. I don't. Just what's done is done. But I don't know.
I don't know. So we had to tell you, but then you know what? She left. So fine. But then she continued to trash me online. Oh yeah, of course. I didn't want to say her name because I don't want this to perpetuate. But I've noticed it doesn't matter if you're silent or if you're not, it just perpetuates because it's an obsession and it's frightening. So it's better for me to put this on the record so everyone knows what's going on, because I'm not using her name. I'm not doing anything. I'm just defending her nonsense because she makes it public and nasty. So I have to defend myself.
Yeah, we're not seeing her in public and hopping on Facebook Live to talk about her because she was in public eating pizza.
I didn't even know she was there.
Yeah, that's the point. So she sees us and starts filming and then trashes Holly and I. I don't even say anything about me, but I'm tired of the fucking shit. I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
I didn't see the Twitter thing. I don't look at that shit.
I didn't see it either. I just was told by multiple people.
Trashing you because you were out supporting Karen Reed, like 400 other people, has nothing to fucking do with her.
It's because she's threatened or something. Like, she had to be important, and I threatened that. Like, how do I threaten that by eating pizza sitting on a beach chair?
It's become fucking habit to her to whip her phone out whenever, anywhere.
Yep.
She lays her eyeballs on us, and she's got to stop filming. That's fucking fucked up, and I'm tired of it.
Yes, and she wants to create a story because she wants to poke the bear and like try to get us riled up, which we know better. But now we're going to call her out.
Up. I'm fucking done.
No, just
done.
Yeah. So, but we need to protect ourselves. So like, we're not going to let her get us in trouble, and that's what she's trying to do because she wants to report on something. She needs content for her writings, and we're not going to give her that. So I want you guys to know, and I was stressed. Like, it stressed me out for a while. Like, Dan's like, Holly, you gotta calm down. I'm like, well, I'm upset. Like, she ruined my lunch. Like, go away. She doesn't know that I know Karen Reed. I'm not going to tell anyone how I know Karen Reed. I don't know her. I'm not close with her. She doesn't even know that I'm like 1 degree away. It's not the issue. Like, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. I am there because I believe in Karen Reed and what this whole thing represents to the country of America. So, honest to God, like, this runs deep. It has nothing to do with me eating my pizza or being from the same town or running for selectman or her not liking the color shirt I'm wearing. Like, I'm there to support Karen Reed. Get over yourself. Stop making it about me. I don't want it. It's not about me. Go away. Ay. But we had to tell you because she's now blasting stuff out, very disparaging stuff to her 10,000 followers that she now has from Follower for Reporter. People contact me all the time. They're like, why is she disparaging me? She disparages other people and they find me because they know I'm vocal about it. And they're like, what do we do? I'm like, I don't know. She's never going to stop. She has nothing better to do. She literally screamed that once in passing at the polls. I'm not going to stop, Holly. I'm not going to ever stop. Oh, is that a fucking threat? Sounds like it. So, but it didn't ruin our day. It just ruined my lunch for a minute. The rest of the day was still amazing. We were exhausted. And I don't know, these people that have been doing this since day one are incredible. Like, how do they do it? It's incredible. I needed to tell the world how amazing they are. And yeah, we were going to go back today, but we're so tired. We're like, how do they do it?
Well, it was extremely hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy doing that in the sun and the heat all day.
And they did it in the cold, too.
Yeah, it started mid-April.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the cold, the rain, like, yeah. So it was an incredible day. So now, I hope to God, tomorrow there is a verdict, or at least by Friday. I think it would be by Friday. I don't imagine it being longer than that. Someone did guess that it would be Friday, and I didn't believe them, but now I think they're right. Well, you guys, I don't know. Deanne, do you have anything else?
Nope.
No? Okay. All right. I see people still watching. Thank you, Amy. Yes, that's who we're talking about. I'm glad you didn't type the name. Thank you. Yeah, Megan, I'm so glad the judge changed her mind, too. What do we got here? So, yeah, that's about it. Just had to do this real quick and wanted to keep everyone posted. So we will talk to you maybe tomorrow if there's a verdict. All right, good night, everybody.